So our topic for today is all about how to write a research paper. So learning target. So you learn how to choose a topic, depends the length of your paper. You choose a narrow topic for a short paper and a broader topic for a longer paper. So you learn how to write a thesis statement. So one sentence that summarizes what your paper is about or what you are trying to prove, or in the last sentence of your introduction. So you will learn how to explain the difference between a primary and secondary source, and then you will be able to understand the difference between plagiarism and acceptable paraphrasing. Then you will be able to learn how to edit your paper and make necessary changes. Then you will learn how to use parenthetical notation. View is the requirements or what you need for your paper, and then topic questions or what you need to put into your paper, and then choices, so or the disaster you will research, and then how to write your research or your paper. Follow this. So instruction step by step. So in the number 1, your outline should be written before you start your paper, so it organizes your thoughts and creates plan so you know how your paper will look. And number 2, your introduction or thesis statement. Tell the audience what you will explain in your paper, so it will let the audience know what to expect from reading your paper. And in number 3, or the last, you are required to use a minimum of 3 sources. You must have at least 1 book, 1 website, and 1 research paper. As you research the answer to the topic question, you can use the information 2 ways. So if it is from a non-computer source, you can use index card to copy information needed, or can type information on a document in Microsoft Word. So make sure you have a heading on an index card or Word documents so you know the topic or question you are answering with this information. Then always save any information you type into Microsoft Word. Make sure you save it to your number, not to the computer you are working on. And or the next is save information frequently. So now let's talking about the difference between plagiarism and paraphrasing sample. So in direct quotation, we have our direct quote from research. So here's the sample. So Japan beautiful Mount Fuji last erupted in 1707 and is now classified as dormant. So dormant volcanoes shows no significance of activity, but they may erupt in the future. So in the non-plagiarism paraphrase, or non-plagiarized paraphrase, Mount Fuji, the highest mountain in Japan, is actually a dormant volcano. Dormant means that it is not active. The last time Mount Fuji erupted was in 1907, and there is always the possibility of a future eruption. So that is the non-plagiarized paraphrase. And now let's talk about the direct quotation from research. So 3 weeks after Katrina warnings of the arrival of Hurricane Rita sent residents of cities such as Houston, Texas, rushing to evacuate, fearing for their lives. Fortunately, Hurricane Rita returned out to be much less severe than Katrina. However, mass evacuation like this bring hazard their own, as panicking drivers may cause accident on the same road. So non-plagiarized paraphrase. So shortly after Hurricane Katrina devastated the city of Houston, Texas, A warning for a new hurricane named Rita was broadcast, which caused many people to panic and flee the city. However, the mass departure of people leaving Houston at the same time could have caused many car accidents, even though the hurricane turned out to be not dangerous as Katrina. So how do I quote an author? So if you quote an author, insert quotation marks around the text you are using, and then at the end of the quotation, phonetical notation are needed. So simply write the quote and then put the author names and page number. Like for example, William Son 148, then close open parenthesis and close parenthesis. Then you will cite the entire source when you get the bibliography page of your paper. So, how to write bibliography page or bibliography or words cited page? So at the end of your paper, we will include a bibliography work cited page. So this given the authors of your source credited for their works. So in your packet, you will find sample bibliography entries for various sources. So if you have any questions, you can refer to http://www.researchguide.com 12 HTML or the information in the packet. So source should be in alphabetical order and double space. So you can also use the following website to input source information for your bibliography or work cited page. So for your work cited, here is the some of an example. So like example, the word is the battery and then quotation Encyclopedia Britannica 1990. So it should include the year on what the time it's published. And then best batteries, Consumer Reports magazine 32 on December 1994. So 71 to 72 is the page of where did you read the information. And in both Stephen A. high drain alkaline AA batteries, Popular Electronics 62 John 1999 to 58. So in the following statement, that will be the example of the work cited in your research if you are doing your research. So you can read that if you want to read. So after you're doing your research, you need to proofread or you need to reread your work in order to be assured that your work is correct. So are all words spelled correctly, or so then use a paper or online dictionary is unsure. So sometimes there is some words that not correct from the other sources. So did I capitalize the beginning of each sentence and all proper nouns? Then did I punctuate correctly? Then do I use grammar correctly? Then did I answer all of the topic questions and fulfill all of the requirements on my rubrics? And then did I include an introduction and conclusion? Then did I type the paper using the correct font type, size, line spacing, and margin requirements? Then did I paraphrase all the contents? Did I use parenthetical notation for quotes? Do my sentence make sense when read about or read aloud? Then have I had my paper peer edited? Then does my paper flow well? Then did I include a bibliography page? So you should check that all of your paper, right? So thanks for watching this video. So see you on our next our tutorial or next video that we need to share to you. Thanks and God bless.